everyone, good morning. Today we'll see filters. So this was the sixth unit in HVDC transmission systems. In this unit we'll cover types of filters, design of single tuned and high pass filters. So before going to discuss, we have to know why we need filters in HVDC transmission. So as we already seen in the HVDC converter station, we are placing filters both on AC and DC side. In order to filter out the harmonic component that was induced into the HVDC transmission system due to the presence of power electronic devices in the converter stations of the HVDC transmission system. So in order to reduce the harmonic content, we need to place filters in the HVDC transmission system. These filters serve two purposes. One is to reduce the harmonic content. At the same time, at the fundamental frequency component, these filters will provide reactive power support to the HVDC transmission system. So filters serve two purposes. One is it will reduce the harmonic content. Second one is it will provide the reactive power support that was needed by HVDC transmission system. Anyhow, it won't provide entire reactive power support that was required by the HVDC system, but some amount of reactive power support will be given by this filter to the HVDC transmission system. So we are dividing filters based on different criteria, based on the location. As you all know, we'll place filters both on AC and DC side. If we place a filter on AC side, that is called AC filter. If I place a filter on DC side, that will be DC filter. So based on the location, we are dividing filters into AC and DC. So on the AC side filter, we are connecting the AC side filter on the transformer primary winding side, not on the valve side. Why? Because due to the configuration, if we consider 12 pulse converter, the primary windings of the transformer of this 1 6 pulse bridge may be star star, the second 6 pulse bridge may be star delta. Because of this configuration, some of the harmonics will be eliminated. So if I consider filter, place my filter on the AC side, there is no need to construct a filter for all the frequencies. Why? Because some of the harmonic frequencies will be died out because of the star star and star delta configuration of the transformer. So that's why we won't place. If I place my filter on the valve side, I need to design my filter for all the harmonic components. That's why we'll place filter on the primary side, not on the valve side in the AC system. DC side, generally we will use DC reactors are used. These DC reactors are used to smooth the DC voltage waveform. Generally we use smoothing reactor to maintain the constant current that was required by the inverter. So based on the connection, the filter may be connected in series or it may be connected in shunt. So based on the connection, filters are divided into series and shunt filters. So comparison of series and shunt filters. shunt filters are cheap when compared to series filters. Why? Because series filters will carry full current, so must be insulated from full voltage to ground. So in order to provide more insulation, it will require more cost. Whereas shunt filters carry small amount of the fundamental frequency component, small amount of fundamental frequency current and some harmonic current. Already we have seen this. Shunt filters supply reactive power support at the fundamental frequency, whereas series filters consume reactive power. Shunt filters could be delta or star types. Normally star type filters are used. Series filters are phase filters. There are basically two types of filters that are used. Those are passive filters and active filters. In the passive filters, again tuned and damped filters are there. Tuned filters have high quality factor when compared to damped filters. So in the tuned filters means we'll tune a filter to particular frequency, means for the particular harmonic frequency, the filter will provide low impedance path, so that harmonic component will be grounded through the filter. So the filter will provide low resistance path for the particular harmonic component, particular harmonic frequency component for which it was tuned. So single tune filter, in the circuit on my right, if you see, this is the single tune filter that was connected parallel to the HVDC transmission system. So it consists of a capacitor, an inductor and a resistor. All these three elements are connected in series. So if I want to find the impedance of this series network, the ZF must be equal to R plus J XL minus XC. XL is omega L, XC is minus 1 by omega C. So actually J will be there. So I am making J out, common out, and this will become omega L minus 1 by omega into C. For example, my tuned frequency is omega n, let it be. So at the tuned frequency, this circuit must be under resonance. So for that, under resonance, the reactive part must be equal to 0. So that frequency, the tuned frequency, I am assuming as omega n. So if I make this reactive part equal to 0, omega n into L minus 1 by omega n into C is equal to 0. So omega n square is equal to 1 by LC. Then omega n will be 1 by root into LC. This delta is the tuning factor. The tuning factor is the deviation of frequency from the tuned frequency. So we may not tune exactly the frequency where the filter offers zero impedance or less impedance for the harmonic component. So there may be some detuning factor. So that is there must be some deviation from the tuned frequency. So the delta will be omega minus omega n divided by omega n. We generally define this detuning factor as a ratio of change in frequency to the tuned frequency. So if I bring this omega n this side, this will become delta into omega n is equal to omega minus omega n. So if I want to calculate omega, so you bring this omega n this side, it will become 1 plus delta into omega n. I am making omega n common, so it will become 1 plus delta into omega n. So omega is equal to what we got, omega n into 1 plus delta. See, if I assume at the tuned frequency the reactance is equal to x naught, then x naught will be omega n into L. Already we know omega n is what, 1 by root L C. If I substitute omega n is equal to 1 by root L C, I will get x naught is equal to root L by C. So from this equation, Zf is equal to r plus j omega L minus 1 by omega C, I am making r common. So I left 1 here, plus j omega L by r minus 1 by omega C into r. So what I am doing is I am multiplying and divide with tuned frequency. So Zf becomes r into 1 plus j omega into omega n L divided by omega n into r minus omega n by omega into omega n into C into r. So Zf is equal to what? R into 1 plus, see this omega n into L divided by r. If you see, the quality factor Q is equal to omega n into L by r 1 by omega n into Cr. So I replace this omega n into L divided by r with Q. That is the quality factor. So I am making that Q outside common. Why? Because there is Q on both this term and this term, there will be Q. So I am making Q common. I left with omega divided by omega n minus here omega n by omega. So but we know that from here omega divided by omega n is equal to 1 plus delta. So I am substituting omega n by omega is equal to 1 plus delta in this equation. So I will get r is equal to 1 plus jq into 1 plus delta minus 1 by 1 plus delta. So if you make 1 by 1 plus delta, if you make 1 plus delta common, it will become 1 plus delta whole square minus 1 by 1 plus delta. So just expand this. You left with 2 delta plus delta square by 1 plus delta. If you make delta common, delta into 2 plus delta by 1 plus delta. So Zf is equal to r into 1 plus j q into delta into 2 plus delta by 1 plus delta. See here what I am doing is I would like to replace this L and C terms. Why? Because the L and C may vary. That's why I would like to replace this L and C with by doing something. That's why I am replacing that L and C components from my equation. So r is equal to 1 plus j q into delta into 2 plus delta by 1 plus delta. If delta is very small, then I can write this as Zf is equal to r into 1 plus jq into delta into y. Because this delta is very small, I am neglecting this step. So Zf is equal to r into 1 plus j 2q into delta. See, I can write this Q, quality factor Q is equal to x naught by r. Why? Because x naught is equal to what? Omega n into L. So omega n into L by r will be quality factor. So I would like to, why? Because I am writing in terms of x naught by r is, I would like to replace this L. So I don't want L and C in my equation. So I am representing quality factor is equal to x naught by r. So r is equal to what? X naught by q. Just bring this q this side, r this side. R will become x naught by q. So Zf is equal to, now what I am doing is I am replacing r with x naught by q. So I left with this. So x naught into 1 by q plus j 2 delta. So Zf I would like to represent with some constant k into x naught. The constant k value is 1 by q plus j 2 into delta. Or if I want to place all the terms, then k will become 1 by q plus j 2 delta into q plus delta by 1 plus delta. Earlier we neglected this, why? Because delta is very small. So if you observe this graph was drawn by taking detuning factor on the x-axis and the constant k. Actually this is mod k, we are taking the modulus of this k value. That's why we are getting both sides, negative side and positive side. We are getting the values plus or minus k. So if I draw the graph between this detuning factor and k, if my quality factor q is infinite, then the graph will be like this. See, at delta is equal to 0, the k is 0 if the quality factor is infinity. As the quality factor decreases, there will be some k value. You can observe here. So we'll stop here for today. Thank you.